Former West Midlands Police Constable 28-year-old Jack Green, who appears to have resigned following the start of an IOPC investigation, has faced a misconduct hearing this week. Green was said to have punched a vulnerable man in the face and hip and called him simple-minded pond scum while he was restrained and strapped to a hospital bed in handcuffs with a spit hood on. Proper big man beating on somebody who can't fight back. Probably a wife beater too. His victim was at the time being detained for a mental health assessment at Wolverhampton's New Cross Hospital on October the 30th, 2020. He was also alleged to have told the man that his breath stank and said, "You take too many drugs or drink too much booze or just generally piss your life away." The IOPC investigated the matter, which led to the gross misconduct hearing. However, Green resigned from West Midlands Police in May of 2022. A 3-day disciplinary hearing was organised and led by an independent and legally qualified chair who found the allegations to have been proven. It was determined that the former constable had breached police standards of professional behaviour for use of force and for authority, respect and courtesy. Now you might be asking, the same as I was at this point, where the fuck's the criminal investigation and or charges? Well, the IOPC apparently sent a file to the CPS, who did authorise charges against Jack Green but later withdrew them, which I bet the CPS were really happy about, because a year and a half later in 2022 Green was up on another charge after he was caught punching a drunk man while he was trying to arrest him. The court heard that offence saw Green hit the man in the face with his forearm whilst he was laying on his back in a doorway of a house in Wolverhampton. But the magistrates decided that the use of force was reasonable and proportionate, and he was found not guilty. Had he been charged for the previous offence, I bet the magistrates would have looked at that slightly differently. In regards to his misconduct hearing, however, IOPC Regional Director Derek Campbell has said, "Police officers must use only the minimum amount of force necessary to achieve the required result. In our view, the strikes delivered by PC Green were not necessary, reasonable or proportionate in the circumstances, and body-worn video did not support his account that he acted in self-defence. Police should also act with self-control and tolerance, but the officer did not provide a convincing reason for the way he spoke to the detainee." A gross misconduct hearing has now determined that ex-PC Green would have been dismissed had he not already resigned. Former West Midlands Police Constable Jack Green has now also had his name added to the College of Policing's nonce and bully list, which should prevent him from being hired into law enforcement in the future, but he can obviously appeal that if he wants.